Good evening, teacher. Today I come to talk to you a little about linear programming. What is it, uses, and applications? Linear programming is a mathematical technique used to optimize the performance or efficiency of a system. This technique is widely used in the business world to solve planning, resource allocation, and decision-making problems. Uses of linear programming is used in a wide variety of fields such as economics, engineering, operations management, and enterprise resource planning, or ERP. For example, it can be used to optimize the allocation of resources in a company, to plan the production of goods and services, to maximize efficiency in the allocation of transportation routes, or to optimize the distribution of products in a market. These are some of the reasons why you should consider using linear programming. 1. Decision making. 2. Optimization. 3. Efficiency. 4. Innovation. Linear programming methods. Problems can be solved using techniques such as the simplex method or the method of Lagrange multipliers. These techniques allow us to find the optimal solution to the problem efficiently. Let's learn more about the methods to solve linear programming problems. Graphing method, simplex method, Lagrange multiplier method, feasible regions method. And next is 7 general steps to do linear programming. 1. Define the problem. 2. Identify the variables. 3. Formulate the function or formulate the objective function. 4. Establish constraints. 5. Represent the problem in the form of a system of linear equations. 6. Solve the system of linear equations. And 7. Interpret the solutions. Example: suppose a farmer has 100 acres of land to grow wheat and barley. The cost of planting wheat is 20 per acre and the cost of planting barley is 10 per acre. The farmer wants to maximize his profit and knows that wheat produces a profit of 50 per acre, while barley produces a profit of 30 per acre. Additionally, the farmer knows that he can only plant 75 acres of wheat due to irrigation restriction. How many acres should he plant wheat and barley to maximize profits from it? To solve this linear programming problem, we can use the simplex method. First, we must formulate the objective function and constraints. Objective function: maximize profit is equal to 50x plus 30y, where x is the number of acres of wheat and y is the number of acres of barley. Restrictions: ground constraint x plus y is less or than equal 100. Cost constraint: 20x plus 10y is less than or equal c, where c is the available budget. Irrigation restriction: x is less than or equal 75. We build a simplex table to solve the problem. In the first row of the table, we place the coefficients of the objective function. In the first column, we place the restrictions, and in the other columns, we place the coefficient of each variable in each restriction. The RHS right hand side is the value of each constraint. We convert the constraints into equations and solve to obtain the values of x and y. Ground constraint: x plus y is equal to 100. Cost constraint: 20x plus 10y is equal to c, or constant. Irrigation restriction: x is equal to 75. We can simplify the table by replacing the constraint in terms of x. We use the simplex method to find the optimal solution. After a few iterations, we find that the optimal solution is to plant 75 acres of wheat and 25 acres of barley, which maximizes the farmer's profit at 3,750. This is a simple example of how a linear programming problem can be solved using the simplex method to maximize a farmer's profits by planting wheat and barley on his land.